was really good, folks. I'm back again, and today I brought something special. It's actually a motivational video, and I really hope you guys like it. The reason why I picked out a motivational video is because before learning anything, and especially in case of a language, you really need a lot of motivation. You need to motivate yourself because it's something that you won't be able to improve in just a day or two. And this specific video, it means a lot to me because it actually changed how I think about teaching and my whole perspective on education overall. And the video I'm planning to show you guys right now is from TED Talks, TED.com. It's actually one of my favorite shows or talks to watch. It's really inspiring at times, and sometimes it gives you a lot of information that you haven't really expected. And today in specific, it's a talk given by this lady named teacher actually, Rita Pearson. Every kid needs a champion. Oh, and I really strongly recommend you guys to watch a lot of talks from TED. It's going to be a lot of help. Then let's go check out the video. 우선 영상에 들어가기 앞서서 제가 조금 짚고 넘어갈 게 있는 것 같아서요. 우선은 쉐도잉이나 이런 것들도 매우 중요하지만 근본적으로 중요한 게 이런 연설들이나 턱쇼들을 보면서 그 스피커가 어떻게 영상을 혹은 이야기를 구성했는지 그리고 본인의 메시지를 어떻게 효과적으로 전달을 하는지 이거를 좀 구조적으로 살펴보는 것도 상당히 중요하다고 생각을 해서 이런 영상을 준비를 했으니까 이 점 참고하셔서 보시면 더 좋을 것 같습니다.
I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse.
I just love the way how she actually begins her talk. She actually starts by saying, I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. She's not only emphasizing that she's an educator, she's actually telling you how deeply involved she is in this field of education.
One of the things that we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection. Relationships. James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship.
Now here, after pointing out why so many kids drop out of school, she actually delivers her point by stating the value of human connection, the relationships. And also she supports her opinion by adding a famous quote by a legendary school reformer, James Comer, which is a very good idea to support your opinion.
For years, I have watched people teach. I have looked at the best and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it. They should learn it. Case closed. Well, I said to her, you know, kids don't learn from people they don't like.
Now, this is the part where it really struck me hard. She once had a colleague who didn't really enjoy teaching the kids, and she told her that, you know, the kids don't really learn from people who they don't like. And I was like, whoa, what about me? In my case, I teach the top classes in my educational institute, and I kind of had this pride since, teaching the top classes, I'm one of the greatest teachers. So my perspective on education was this: hey, my classes is one of the top classes, so once you're here, you adapt to the class, or if you can't, get out. I don't need you here. And this comment that she made, it changed the whole way how I think of education.
You know, kids don't learn from people they don't like.
Yes, personally, I actually think this was the killing point of her talk.
I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child?
She's talking about the importance of raising the self-esteem of the learners. In this case, her academically deficient students. She provides an example by talking about the hardships she has gone through. And this kind of an example allows the listeners to actually empathize to the speaker, which is very important when delivering an idea or maybe a thought.
I gave him a saying to say, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. And they said, yeah. You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you.
Now she further provides an example of how she managed with her students' low self-esteem problems by giving them a saying. She made the students to believe that they are the best and that they can do anything.
I gave a quiz, 20 questions. Student missed 18. I put a +2 on this paper and a big smiley face. He said, Miss Pearson, is this an F? I said, yes. He said, then why'd you put a smiley face? I said, because you on the roll. You got 2 right, you didn't miss them all. I said, and when we review this, won't you do better? He said, yes, ma'am, I can do better. You see, -18 sucks all the life out of you. +2 said, I ain't all bad.
Again, she's talking about how she encourages a student who got an F. And she really puts a lot of focus on this raising self-esteem problems because she believes that it's one of the most important things in an education. And the amazing thing is, now we are starting to believe what she believes. That's a very important thing when delivering a message or a talk.
4 years I watched my mother take the time at recess to review, go on home visits in the afternoon, buy combs and brushes and peanut butter and crackers to put in her desk drawer for kids that needed to eat, and a washcloth and some soap for the kids who didn't smell so good. See, it's hard to teach kids who stink.
Here she talks about how her mother actually cared for her kids, students. Her mother devoted her recess time to review for the kids, prepare some snacks, brushes and combs, and also some soap and washcloth for kids who didn't smell so good. And she doesn't forget to leave that sense of humor in the end. See, it's really hard to teach kids who stink. You know, it's really important to keep that sense of humor to grasp the attention of your audience. And she did a very good job on that. And she's really humorous. I love her talk.
So she kept those things in her desk, and years later, after she retired, I watched some of those same kids come through and say to her, you know, Miss Walker, you made a difference in my life. You made it work for me. You made me feel like I was somebody when I knew at the bottom I wasn't. And I want you to just see what I've become. And
Now, this is an example of her mother who really valued relationship. She talks about a student who came to her mother after her mother's retirement, and he actually says, you know, Miss Walker, you made a difference in my life. You made it work for me. You made me feel like I was somebody when I knew at the bottom I wasn't. And I want you to just see what I've become. And even just hearing this, you can actually empathize and you feel that proudness inside yourself as if you're her mother, you know? This is really a great ability to show when you're giving a talk.
my mama died 2 years ago at 92. There were so many former students at her funeral. It brought tears to my eyes, not because she was gone, but because she left a legacy of relationships that could never disappear.
She concludes by how her mother's way of teaching left a legacy that could never disappear. And wow, yes, it's really touching.
Teaching and learning should bring joy.
This part would probably be the main theme of her talk. By valuing relationship, teaching and learning should bring joy. So she kind of brings back her theme in the end by concluding her talk.
Is this job tough? You betcha. Oh God, you betcha. But it is not impossible. We can do this. We're educators. We're born to make a difference. Thank you so much.
Is this job tough? You betcha. Oh God, you betcha. But it's not impossible. We're educators. We're born to make a difference. Thumbs up. Wow. Strongest conclusions I've ever heard. Wow. Whoa. This is how you make your conclusions, guys. She has made all the points she wanted to make by not stating the point, but giving you the stronger point. Wow. Now we just took a short glance on one of my favorite talks. I really hope you enjoyed it. And as I have mentioned, I believe it's really important to see how speakers deliver their messages to you, because the purpose of a language is not being fluent, but delivering your message effectively. 자, 물론 이 터크가 여러분들한테 조금 어려웠을 수도 있겠지만 이 그 리타 피어슨이라는 선생님이 여러분들에게 주려는 이 메시지 자체는 너무나도 감동적이고 터칭했거든요, 저에게는. 그래서 이런 어떤 감정들이 여러분들에게도 느껴졌으면 하는 바람입니다. 그래서 좀 어떻게 본인들이 동기부여를 통해서 조금 더 내가 원하는 목표에 더 다가갈 수 있는 그런 시간이 되었으면 좋겠습니다. 자, 제가 준비한 영상은 여기까지고요. 오늘 영상이 여러분들에게 조금이라도 도움이 되셨다면 잊지 마시고 좋아요와 구독 꼭 부탁드리도록 하겠습니다. 그러면은 다음번에 저는 더 좋은 영상으로 다시 여러분들 찾아뵐 수 있도록 할게요. Then peace!